Hi everyone, welcome to this video. I'm going to talk a bit about the energetic landscape, as they called it. They wanted me to talk about this as a landscape in order to put a picture on how to really use this kind of information and how to stay empowered as we're navigating the energies. Because one of the shifts we're going through is to really take back our own power, come into our own empowerment and move in the world with that. And so they say that if you can picture the energies as a landscape, and we can use this kind of information as a sort of a mapping of the landscape, we can use it to become aware of where there might be a tree, and it can be a really beautiful thing, but if you look another way and you walk right into it, you will hurt yourself. So kind of like having an idea of what's there and then go about your walk, and it might not be that you're sort of bumping into everything, but being aware of what energies are in play at the time will make it more easy to navigate it and to use it for your own growth and your own benefit. It's not something you're a victim of. It's not something that's dictating how things are going to be. It's just like sort of a mapping, so you can become more aware of how to really use it as you move forward. So there are a few points they have been giving me over the last few days. And one of those are integrity. And I didn't say much about it because it's something we've been talking about many times before. But I want to make a point of that moving forward with integrity is very important now, which goes along with the authenticity and really standing in our own power. They were explaining about that we might experience sudden disappearing of things or sudden changes, like, as you know, it can be something physical, it can be a sort of a taste, like something you have always liked to wear or something you've always enjoyed. Cooking, it can be really like small subtle things, or it can be relationships, it can be ways of doing things. You know, it can be all sorts of things. And I say that what we might experience is that it's like suddenly it doesn't resonate anymore. It's like we can catch ourselves suddenly becoming aware of that. Oh, what happened with this? Like, where did, like, I didn't really notice that it wasn't here anymore. Like, I don't really wear that clothing anymore, or I don't have that physical sensation anymore, or I don't feel the urge to talk so much with this person anymore. Like, suddenly. And they're saying that this is a matter of the change in frequency within us. So know that if this happens to you, it's normal. I don't dive into it, is what I are saying. Meaning that becoming aware of it is great. And depending on the thing, we will of course become aware of it. But to really be aware that we're not diving into like, what was this really like, how did it feel, like, how and trying to dissect it, because it's like we've changed the frequency and there's a new resonance and something is falling away, and it doesn't always have to be that long process of things that we have been used to. Now things are speeding up and it can suddenly just fall away. And then if we start to dive into what was really that pattern, what was really that belief system, how was that physical sensation, like, we will easily attract it back. So we can look at it, but give it some space. Don't dive into the pattern and the feeling at once. Stay focused on where you're going, and bring the awareness, and leave it some space before you try to really look at it, because it's still sort of about to leave your field in a way. Another point I made is that it's very, very important to be aware of our emotions. And that's not a new thing. It's always very important to become aware of our emotions throughout the day, like check in with yourself several times. But they say this now because there will be distractions. And there can come very sudden distractions, surprising distractions. And as we're going through that and we're experiencing those things, be aware of how you are feeling, your emotions, so that you don't suppress, so that you don't get drawn into polarization. Be aware of how you're feeling in order to know what's going on within you and to find your own truth about things, instead of all these external things going on, and then we're just sort of reacting or just going into one polarized side of something before really checking in with ourselves. So what they're saying is the energy is coming now. It's very, very important to stay focused within, because there will be a lot going on externally, and keep focusing within. It doesn't mean that you're going to bypass or put your head in the sand about what's going on externally. Not at all. But check in with yourself first. Not out there first, and then go within a couple of weeks later. Like, stay constantly connected as much as you can within, and from that place, from that space, you can start to take action. You can engage, or you cannot engage. You find out how you want to navigate it, but everything coming from within first. They said that we can also have very sudden physical symptoms that can also leave very suddenly. Because of these big changes, and the more connected you are with your body, the more you can feel these subtle changes. And there's one thing that has been going on for a little while, and that will continue and become even stronger, and that's a deepening of the connection with the body. Meaning that we are integrating and becoming aware of more aspects of ourselves, and starting to really honor the physical body, our physical vessel, in a whole different way than we have been before. Or many of us have been before, should I say. Much more connected to the body, to the organs, to like what's going on within, and really honoring the body, and really connected, not from the perspective of like I'm the light being, and then I have this physical body, and I have, all the different aspects that we are, but starting to really honor the body in a different way, not as like, okay, I'm in this physical body, I have to deal with it sort of way, and then coming from that space when we're connecting with our body. And because the changes are happening faster, we will also feel more in our bodies. And it's very important to be aware of that, not trying to get out of the body, because everything is happening within the body. And with this deepening of the connection, you might experience that you can feel more in your body, you can feel more parts of your body, you can become aware of how, like, what's going on within your body, like on a much deeper level than you might have experienced before. Yes, even on a cellular level, we might experience. And then there is this really important thing. They said that there is and will be a deeper realization of sensitivity as a strength. So in all our individual ways, being sensitive, growing up, being in the society, we have all had our experiences with sensitivity not being welcomed and feeling that we have to hide in some sort of a way or area. And this ties in with the masculine and the feminine energy. It ties in with merging with a higher self and the body, and with, of course, all the changes in the society going on, and the whole thing about becoming more empowered and coming more into our bodies. And so during this time, we might have deeper realization of how this is actually a strength, because we're coming more and more out of the victimhood, out of the hiding, and realizing how we can use this as a strength instead of having to go into the polarization and having to be like a rebel towards something or hide from something, either escape or avoid, or like really attack something, because we can't be in power in our own sensitivity, is something many people have experienced. And now there will be deeper realizations on individual levels of how you personally can use your sensitivity as a strength, and how it's really a strength. And that's something that happens when you come more and more into your own power. You own more up to who you are. And with the creativity, that is also something that can increase these coming weeks. Part of that creativity is to find new ways of doing things out of the power in your sensitivity. And that's something that's going to balance, harmonize, they say is a better word, both how we're feeling inside and also how the society or the new things that we are building is going to take form. And when these realizations come, it's going to be a very beautiful thing, an empowering sensation. and it can give you some new directions and perspectives on how you move forward in your life and how you show up in the world. And so what are saying, just wanting to get in the end. Sorry, I lost my train of thoughts because they're chatting. So they keep walking in presence. So keep walking. Don't get pulled off track or distracted by all these things. You might be, of course, it's nothing wrong with that. Then you become aware of where you are, and you get back to your own center, and you navigate your way back. But be aware of that there will be distractions. Come within, keep walking, keep focusing on your path, on where you're going and what's going on within yourself. In presence, not as in like I'm going here and I'm walking here and just like almost like blinders on. Be present with everything, but keep walking, keep moving, because shifts are going to happen really, really quickly now. I hope this is helpful for you. Please share if you know anyone who can have help from this, or if it resonates with you. I would love to hear in the comments how you are experiencing these energies as we're moving forward, and love to hear if you want to share something that have given you new realizations as we're navigating these energies. So I'll see you in the next video, and have a good walk. Bye bye.